Welcome everybody to another puzzle solving video. I made a puzzle solving rating climb a long time ago to get from about 1,000 to 2,000 or 1,200 to 2,200. A lot of you gave feedback like, you should slow down a little bit, give us time to solve it. We're currently streaming, so shout out to the chat. I took the chat off the screen so that the answers wouldn't get spoiled. You'll have enough time to pause. I'm going to try to explain the thought process and what goes into solving puzzles correctly and how you could apply it in game. So, the way I like to solve puzzles is first things first, you get a position, take inventory of the position. So right now, both of you have a queen, there's knight and bishop, you have two knights and a bishop as well, and this move attacks your queen. Okay, great. So we're up material, there's obviously two rooks as well. Now, as a beginner and an intermediate player, what's going to happen is you are going to end every single puzzle with a checkmate or winning a significant amount of material. In this particular position, you should scan checks, captures, and attacks, because those are the most forcing moves. This is the only check that you have, and it also happens to be the solution because it's defended by the bishop. A lot of them in the beginning will be mates in one, like this one. Let's take stock. Rook and bishop. Two rooks, and again, at any point, you feel free to pause and try to solve it, right? So we got 4 pawns, they got 3. So we have a bishop and 1 pawn for a rook, which means we're down material. This is the only check in the position. Defended, this is defended. That also happens to be mate. Outstanding. Okay. In this position, it's bishop, queen, rook. That's all we got. They got bishop, queen, rook, knight. So they're up like 10 points of material. Now, this is generally going to be what your games look like when you're a beginner. You are going to be up, down a lot of points, because you're not going to be very good yet, or you'll be up a lot of points. Anyway, this move doesn't attack anything. Empty squares. So you're looking around. Checks, captures, attacks. This is the only check that you have. It also happens to be a capture. It also happens to be just completely winning position. Because you made in one. So it's completely winning. There you go. Let's take stock. Queen, queen, knight, knight. Rook, 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 rook. They have an extra bishop. All right, great. They have an extra bishop. You have an extra pawn. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great. They have a bishop. We have a pawn. Look for checks. The only check in this position is queen here. The hardest thing as a beginner is to spot what is defended and what is not. That is defended with a rook. And actually happens to be checkmate, because you are protecting the king from escaping, or covering the king, and these two squares are covered by the knight. In a game, you might see that your knight is hanging and defend it or move it, but there's something in chess called danger levels, and you don't need to move your knight if you can look for a check that is decisive. Okay. Wow. More of the same. Rook, knight, knight for rook, rook, bishop. So you are down material. This is the only check in the position. And it actually also happens to be a mate. Check, check. Just look for them. Ah, finally we have one that is not so obvious. All right, try to pause here. Try to pause here. Rook and bishop, rook and bishop. We've got to move the rook someplace where the bishop is going to be attacking the king. That's what we need. So we have to go rook here. Why? That's a discovered attack on the king. And we take the rook for free. Oh, the famous Scandinavian trap. The famous trap. The opening trap. It's not something like this. You have to guarantee you win material. Pins. Bishop b5. It's the only move that and it's not this because they just take our queen. So they're pinning us, but we pin them to the king. Boom, boom. All right. Oh man, this one's very hard. For a beginner, this one's very hard. So first things first, queen, queen, 2 rooks, knight each. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're up 1 pawn. They're attacking our queen. All right. And if we move the queen over there, they're going to take this guy. So what do I always say? Checks, right? It's not this because take, take, take. Doesn't work. What about knight g3? So knight g3 attacks the king, and the queen attacks the queen, so it should be winning. Whoa! Whoa! But the queen just got out of the way. If the rook took, we took. But then how is this still the right answer? Because the queen went off the back rank. So now we look for the other check. This is a very difficult check because you have to remember, if you go straight down, they just take you. Don't forget the queen came from that square. But this way, it's back rank mate. Right? So take, take, easy. Oh, this one's also hard. This one's very difficult. So we are down 2 pawns here in this endgame, queen and rook, and so on. And it's not so clear like what we can do. We have rook's moves that attack the queen, but that move doesn't guarantee that you win anything. So what do? The only thing that you have here is this capture. And then they take, and if you go straight down, they take you again. Is that it? Is that it? No. This doesn't work if you play rook e1, but you have another rook. It's this. So if you're a beginner and you're stuck, you just completely don't see this idea. You just don't see it. Don't just bail and play a move like rook d8. That's not going to be the answer. You need to just bend the brain a little bit. Think creatively. You have to guarantee, in the words of Charles Barkley, right? That you win material or get checkmate. And sometimes it takes some crazy sacrifice to make that happen. Okay, here's another good example, right? So queen, queen, 2 bishops, 2 bishops, 2 rooks, completely even position. And if this, then this. And you got to move your queen, right? Because your queen's under attack. Is that true? No, because that wouldn't be the puzzle. Because if you move the... Now, what's the problem with bishop takes bishop? You lose your queen. So this is the only check. How does the position change when the bishop moves, right? How does the position change when the bishop moves? The queen opens up. So if bishop takes, king takes, you take the queen. If bishop takes, king takes, you take, take. Don't forget, you have backup. You have backup. If the queen takes, you just go all the way down. That's difficult. That's a difficult visualization exercise, and the only way to do it is to try really hard. That's, you know. The bishop takes, and then you take. And you cannot take the rook because it's just protected. That's a simple piece interaction, right? So that's, for beginners, it's not so simple. Okay, this one's not easy. This is an endgame puzzle. Endgame puzzle is either going to be some sort of stopping promotion, checkmate net, or promoting yourself. So you got to look at past pawns. You are preventing that from becoming a queen. You do not need to go win it. You need to go make your own queen. Do you play h6? Do you care? No. Here? Ah, should you queen? No. Take the queen first. But I lose my knight! Yeah, but you're making a queen. It doesn't matter. There you go. Like I said, endgame puzzles are going to either be promotion or some checkmate. So in this position, how do you guarantee this pawn promotes? If he takes, it's a draw. King and knight versus king is just a draw. That is just, you can't have that. So, does pushing guarantee you a queen? Does it guarantee you a queen? Not quite. No. No. That doesn't really guarantee you a queen. I mean, I could go like king e7. Give this check. Because then the king goes this way, and then you go here, and it's a check. Duh. Don't just push. Guarantee. I guarantee. Okay. Oh, I know what opening this is from. I studied this yesterday. This is from a Rui Lopez bird variation. Ah! Ah! That's my eagle. All right. Our only checks. Don't go here. I hate when beginners do that. They're like, bishop is here. I'm going to push, and then push, and then push. No, you're not guaranteeing. Look, b5 here, you push, you get mated. It's mate on the other side of the board. All right? I know some of you are trying to play in PogChamps 3, but let's everybody breathe. This move hits the king and the bishop, and we win. And if this, we take. So it's queen a5, free bishop. What is this? So, we are down a rook, but also this move opens this. Can we take that? That seems like it's the best move. I mean, it just looks like a free rook. Now, what's the best move? Check! Bishop takes pawn. Check. Oh, okay. They just give the queen? Fine, I'll take it. Okay. Bishop came down, hits my rook. What's the count? Are we up material? Down material? I think we're down material? We each have a queen, 2 knights, bishops, etc. Okay, so a lot of beginners would play this. That is wrong. Do not play that. Checks, captures, attacks first. Check, check. That's guarded by the knight, which is difficult. That's very difficult to spot. Now, you should look for the checks that cut back the opponent's options. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means that this move, black can go here, 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 and here. That's like 6 different moves. But this move, black has 1 move. So look at this move first. Just scan it. Just see if it's possible. And it is. Because when the king moves up, that pawn's no longer there. Queen rolls up. Why not knight f7? Because bishop f7 is checkmate in 2 moves. Knight f7 just doesn't cut it. I'm gonna check you, and I'm gonna do more damage. The move is not knight takes f7 because bishop f7 is a check, and then this next move is queen e6. If you don't see queen e6, then bishop f7 will never happen. Okay. King on the side of the board, 2 rooks. It's one of these moves. It's only one of these moves. So only one and not the other. It's this. Because if rook a1, there is block. Right? So you gotta go like this. Small thing. Okay, this looks complicated. Whoa. Whoa. Wow, that was a $100 donation for the E4 and Caro course. We'll share. Amazing. Okay, is that just a free knight? That looks like a free knight, right? Oh, wait a second. Where did that knight come from? It's not just about this, my friends. The queens see each other. Be very careful. Be very careful. Don't just be like, oh, stupid, he hung a knight. I mean, they might be stupid, but... Alright? Take the queen first. It's a move order thing. It's a move order thing. And then we take the knight, and it works. Okay. I'm going to try to apply this process a little bit faster. So here we go. This position, queen, queen. two rooks, and then if you want to pause at any point, sorry Twitch, you can't pause. You just gotta roll with me. On YouTube, they can pause at any moment and try to solve it. So completely equal position. That's a check and that's a check. That doesn't do anything. They just take. Check. Cannot take. Pin. Only move there, because this is covered by the knight. That is covered by the bishop. So check. Here. Follow the knight's path. We fork the king and queen. Nice. Okay. What? Free queen? Is the trig that... What? Okay, I mean, that's just a free queen. Was that supposed to be complicated? Okay, anyway, here we're down a knight, and they're about to destroy us, so we need to be really fast. Check, 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 check. Only one of these, no, two of these checks make sense. Queen d1. Now, queen d1, this king can kind of like run this way. We give a check, king can come this way. It's a tough one. It's a very tough one. Very tough. If we check like this, okay, they take, now we bring in the queen. They go in this way, we mate on h7. If this, does that mean we play this? Not yet, because the king can also go this way. But then we go check. And the king does not get to that square. You cannot run on the same diagonal. So you gotta go in this way. And then queen g4 looks like mate. So it's probably this deflection move with the pawn. This is a very tough puzzle. Very tough puzzle. But it's all checks. And it's all checks all the way down, because otherwise we were getting mated. Here we're down a rook and a bishop, so we need to give mate. Do we take or do we push? If we take, the king goes to h8. Doesn't look like we have anything there. It might be push. Wow. They're getting intense. This is like 1800 level puzzle probably. I know it says 1100, but this is stupid. A lot of people will go here thinking they open, but I think it's this. Because if they take us, we go like this, and it's mate with the queen. If they don't take us, we take with this, and then we go here. I think it's g6. What? There's no way it was takes. Takes didn't work. Was it takes? What? That's crazy. I gotta go back and look at that puzzle. I can't even look at it in the middle of this run. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, Title Tuesday is starting in like 30 minutes, so I'll look. If we don't finish... Wow, I'm like actually mind blown. Okay. I'll hand over my IM title after the puzzles. Just let me enjoy it for like a few more minutes. So, I want to take what he's guarding. Can I deflect? Yeah, that's correct. Bishop b5. Okay, I want to take, but I have to take that first. Easy. Okay, what's going on here? I see this, but that's guarded. I have this, but that's guarded. How did this is the fourth move of the game. This is c4, e5, knight c3, knight f6, knight f3, bishop d6, knight b5, queen e7. It's literally move 5. It's a deflection. Right, so c5, if takes, then here. Did I just lose my queen? What am I, Alexandra Botez? Come on. How did I miss... What? Wait, what do they want from me here? They want me not to take back? Should I take with check? Okay. And now what they want you... Okay, I got it. Okay, got it. They don't want me to take... They want me to take this. That's what they want. They want me to take the bishop. Because they want me not to see that this attacks that. So I'm going to take this and get it wrong. Oh, I got it right. Okay, great. All right, they're about to make a queen. They got 2 rooks. I got to give mate. This one is called a checkmate net. You want to give them a check or a check. The problem is that if you're too slow, black will go here, make a queen, and you will die. So you want to give them this check, but they run this way or this way. So how do we cover both of these moves before playing the move rook h8? Very rarely in chess can you play a move like this, because if you play a slow move like this, they will attack you. But in this case, they can't do it. They cannot attack you. It is impossible. We play knight e5, and it's GG because rook h8 is just mate. Every escape square is covered. Checkmate net. Rook e4, cannot take that. I'm also down a full rook, so I better give mate. But the last time that I looked at a checkmate puzzle, I got it wrong. I think this move, I can get my queen out of danger by moving my knight. Levi, what are you talking about? Knight g4. Exactly. Discover check. This is a difficult puzzle because there's a lot of pieces interacting with one another. So when the knight goes up to g4 or back to g4, we hit here. Now, we actually saw this several puzzles ago. We give a check, only move, knight f6. We give a check, defended, knight f6, only move, and it's mate. Okay, we each have 2 rooks, queen, queen, knight, knight. 7 pawns for black, 6 pawns for us. Checks, captures, attacks. So that's the only checks. Captures. And then you realize this move, right? And also this is open here. So we have to hit 2 queen. We have to have 2. Oh, do we take the queen? Do we take check? Don't take check. Don't get greedy. I want to take the knight, but I could check him first. No. He just takes with the knight. Or takes with the queen and it's guarded now. Take the knight. It's free. Oh, this one's interesting. So it's an endgame. Rook and bishop, but the king is really weirdly placed. Check. Only move. Take bishop. Check. Only move. Take bishop. Not too complicated, but a little bit congested in here. Because these pawns are interacting. Don't go here. That doesn't do anything. He just takes. And he gets 2 pawns. This way, they get 1 pawn. Oh, and you just have to take this with the king. You can't take like this. In fact, I wish for bishop takes f5, it gave you the wrong answer. You know, like if you did this, like see, it doesn't let you do it, but it should. It's king takes. Aha! Oh, this one's very difficult. This is very difficult. This is a very tough one. So we're down 1 pawn. What is the best move? Look at white's weak spots. It is not the move knight e5. That attacks the queen, but that will never be the answer to a puzzle. You need to guarantee that you win material. It's not this, because just h3. But it's looking at that. It's not queen e2. What is queen e2? Guys, guarantee you win material. That doesn't guarantee. I just take and I move my knight. Queen d6 guarantees. Because you hit this with your knight and this. So it's a double attack. Double attack, pin, you need to guarantee. And it's all about visualizing. So it's not going to be queen e2. It's just going to be queen. And then, right? So queen d6. And we take. We have to have 2 threats and they have to be irresistible. Free queen! Wait, why is it not letting me do it? Just kidding. I'm pinned. And this is a trick puzzle. They want you to go here so that you think this is hanging and that's hanging. But g3 is a blunder, but it's very hard to see why. First things first, they can just take your pawn. Right? First things first, they can just take your pawn. Second of all, there's queen takes h2, which looks like it doesn't work because of that. But again, the pin. So most likely, the move here is just to bring the king back to safety. right? Just bring the king back to safety. And now is the most difficult part of the puzzle. How on earth do we win material if now these two are defending each other? It's not rook c5. In fact, that move loses on the spot. That does not guarantee you win anything. Most aggressive moves, we don't have a single check, and we're not going to take this because that's free, but it's not the solution. We need to win material. We're barely at material at the end of the puzzle. Knight g5, suggested in the chat. Okay. Does knight g5 guarantee that we win material? No. And the way you refute knight g5 is you go, if I go knight g5 attacking the queen, where does the queen go? Where does the queen go? Well, first of all, you just hung mate in 1. Knight g5 is literally the worst move on the board. Because you got bishop and queen staring down this way. Do not hang mate. You successfully found one of the worst moves on the entire board. The other thing is there is this check, right? There's more than one way to get out of that, and the queen e3 check will win your knight. So it's rook e1. That's how you go after the queen. But again, I want you guys to start thinking, not just, oh, it's knight g5. What? No, hold on. You got to think, if rook e1, where's the queen going to go? Right? So rook e1 hits the queen. Queen cannot give you any check. And anywhere the queen moves, you take. And queen c4, we take the queen. So it's rook e1. And then we take, and it's check. Now somebody, oh, I can't even look at it. Okay, we'll look at it after. I'll stop after a few more. We'll do a few more. My peak is like, I think it's 60 when I tried, I actually don't exactly know what my peak is. Okay, so I can't take. Okay. Material is equal. Oh, this is a very, very, very difficult puzzle. So you would see this, you would look at a check, that's nothing, knight takes or king takes. You look at bishop e4, but then just this, right? Just this, that doesn't help us. So this is a concept called danger levels. It's also removing the guard, but I want you to start thinking about a puzzle like this in terms of danger levels. What does that mean? It means our rook is under attack, but we're not just going to play rook b1. There's something better here. Danger levels means that if your rook is under attack, anything worth more than the rook can be put under attack for the opponent. So the queen and the king, how do we endanger the queen? There's bishop here, but then takes. But the winning move. You pause. The reason I say this is such a difficult puzzle is because that is a supremely unnatural move. That's just a really, a move like this is really rare. And now the queen has to abandon the knight and we'll take it on the next move. Or you can go knight g5 and hang mate in 1 again. Rook e5, queen b3, and just take this with the pawn. I think, let's just double check, that hangs the pawn, but I mean, okay. What is going on? We're playing white here? Wait, which way are we going? Are we going this way? Wait, 7 and 8 is over there. Wait, I'm white, but my king is on b7? How did my king make it from what? Okay. That's interacting with, so he's going this way. Oh my god. This is crazy. Check. Okay. I think it's one of the checks, but I gotta figure out which one. If check this way, the king can go here, here, and here. If here, I go check and I win the bishop. If check here, we have this check and win the bishop. And if check here, we have mate. So that kind of works. A lot of checks. We can't push because they just take and we lose. Let's check. Check. And the king cannot take because we're guarding, even though we're pinned, right? So check and check. Nice. We were attacking the rook. Now the rook is attacking us. Danger levels, ladies and gentlemen. But there is a trick here. There is a trick. In this position, you might go danger levels. I don't need to move my bishop because I have check. And he blocks. And then I play bishop d6, and I'm going to win his bishop. Really? Is it bishop d6? I mean, he can't go rook c8. Must be winning, right? No. Because the rook can go down here. So then what on earth? What on earth is this? Change the order. Change the order. Rook takes bishop, check. You should be looking at checks first. And then this. And you are going to be in the endgame up a bishop. Whoa, I got a lot of pawns. I got a lot of pawns here. What's the best move here? I've been telling you guys, endgame puzzles, a lot of pawns. Gonna be a lot of pawns moving. This will be the last one, by the way, and then I'll take a look at the other one that we got wrong. It's not h5. We gotta get closer to the finish line. It's not d2. Because d2, the king comes closer. Right now, this king cannot get close to us. And it's not this because knight takes. f4. Yes, because if takes, you have to invest in the pawns that are furthest developed, right? It's not this. You gotta go f4, and then you don't, although that might still give it, push this pawn. The whole point is to advance your two most advanced pawns, like this. And now the most advanced part of the entire puzzle, which I really hope I get right, what do we do? Push? Push? Take? Yes, e2. e2. Check is not good because king comes and takes both pawns. We have to go e2, and we're winning. We will continue this climb. For the folks on YouTube, unfortunately, this is goodbye for now, but hopefully this was helpful. And, you know, I'll do these puzzle ones from time to time. Maybe I'll do puzzle battle, puzzle survival. But I'm going to get back with my Twitch folk now. But hopefully you enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Go check out some of the other videos. They're over there. All right. But before we sign off, I did promise to analyze this puzzle. So we're going to do this puzzle one more time. Why is it take? Oh! Oh, I'm so bad at chess! Oh, I'm so bad at chess! I missed this! I just missed that was a check! Oh my goodness! But why is g6 wrong? Right. Okay, I know. I got it, puzzle. I got it. Yeah. But why? Let's analyze this real quick. Let's analyze this. Why is g6 bad? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, because of the absolutely gorgeous move bishop g4. Oh, I mean, I didn't see that. Okay. I mean, this is the only move that doesn't lose, and it also happens to be a move that wins. The point is, your attack is stuck. If you take, I don't take. Queen f5. Oh, that's just disgusting. And the queen is threatening to take this. And if you go here, I just take. Oh my god. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. He wouldn't have seen that. What is Terran Alvarez's rating? Terran Alvarez chess. Come on. Oh, he's like 2,400. Okay, yeah, maybe he would have seen that. Never mind. No, Terran Alvarez is like a 2,400 rated IM. All right, well, there you go. I missed. And what happens if this? Then rook g... Oh, it's the same? Yeah, wow. You have a moment here where there's just nothing. Like, there's nothing black can do. It's like a time stop. That's a very instructive attacking puzzle. I thought it was g6. Bishop g5 is an amazing deflection. Because black glues the g-file shut for a moment. Wow, that is very instructive. Alright, well, I didn't cut the video for YouTube yet. Now you can go on that side. That was tough, man. Wow.